King Elijah, back at it. Just wanted to do a quick little update on the Tory Lanez situation. We all know he was convicted on all 3 charges just recently in that trial. That was a total shit show if you ask me. But anyway, just real quick, Tory Lanez has hired a attorney that he used to have on his team by the name of Jose Baez, who's supposed to be a super high-powered attorney. He's had some great success over the years getting off some people that had some very serious charges on them. And we all know that it's going to be an uphill battle. That phone call from jail that they released with Tory Lanez talking to Kelsey, it doesn't look good. I mean, he never admitted to shooting Meg Thee Stallion, but I just believe that the case was real sloppy, and there was just so many lies and inconsistencies, man. I just can't believe they convicted that man like that. But it is what it is. It's not going to affect any of our lives personally. It's just a learning experience for those of us who, don't have that type of situation, never get involved with, a woman like that. But anyway, I got the TMZ clip. It's just a little, 5-6 minute clip where they talking to the attorney about his chances of getting the case appealed or whatever, the conviction appealed. So all we can do is wish Tory the best of luck, and we'll see what happens.
So we told you that Tory Lanez is going to appeal his conviction for being convicted of shooting Meg Thee Stallion, something that he has denied. But he is facing 22 years in prison, worst case scenario for him. And he is going to fight that on appeal. And he has brought out the big guns, among them Jose Baez, who you have probably heard of.
Who very famously represented
Casey
Anthony.
And won.
And got her acquitted in a case that no one thought she would possibly ever be acquitted. And it happened. So in a case where we've seen some of the evidence with Tory Lanez, and a lot of people feel like the evidence is pretty damning, can Jose Baez pull it off again? He is joining us right now. Jose Baez, welcome to TMZ Live.
Hey, Jose.
How you doing?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it. So, look, as a recovering lawyer, when you appeal a conviction like this, it's almost impossible to win where you convince the appellate judges, look, the jury just got it wrong, there wasn't enough evidence, and you got to normally you have to show some kind of error. That feels like a real uphill climb in this case.
Well, they always are. All cases are, whether you're even at the trial level or at the appellate level. The odds are always stacked against you, and that's why it's always my advice to my clients: don't get charged. So, these are things that we're planning on working within the system. We're getting a hold of the record, and we're going to leave no stone unturned. So yes, it's an incredibly difficult thing. And on another note, I know you're a recovering lawyer. I kind of think I should start doing that because, man, you look great. Do you age?
Well, I wasn't fishing, Jose.
Right.
But
since you said it, he'll take the compliment.
I will. Based on what you know, is there something that happened in this trial that you think would warrant an appellate court throwing out the conviction?
Well, I haven't even made an appearance yet, so I don't think it's proper for me to comment on the evidence. But I will say this much. There's mistakes in trials all of the time. It's a human system. It's going to produce errors regardless. Now, when you have a high-profile case, there's a lot more things to worry about. A lot more things for the judiciary to worry about, a lot more things for the defense lawyers to worry about, a lot more things for the prosecution to worry about. So all players are now playing with additional work and need to be protecting those safeguards to ensure that there's a fair trial to begin with. And I have to tell you, 9 out of 10 times we get it wrong. So I would say that there's probably a significant chance that there are numerous errors that are within the system and within this case that should be explored and see if perhaps the results would have been different should it gone the other way. So for that reason, I feel quite strongly about that.
What about Tory? Has Tory talked to you? Does he feel hopeful? Does he feel slighted by what happened? Can you give us the temperature on that?
Sure. Well, as you may know, Tory has never been convicted of a crime, and he has never had to deal with the circumstances that he's dealing with. So the adjustment that he's going through is one of, it's new to him. So he's really, to his credit, he's listening to his lawyers. He's an incredibly articulate young man, and in all of that, he certainly, there are things that certainly in the trial he wish had gone the other way. So I guess to answer your question quickly and briefly, it would be yes. But he's trying his best to adjust to everything. And in light of the fact that he's never been in this situation before, it's really a tough process to go through.
Jose, did Tory reach out to you previously before the trial? I'm just wondering, I understand obviously with your track record why he's reached out to you now and hired you for the appeal. I'm just curious if you'd had any earlier conversation and he wanted you for the trial and you just weren't available, or was this your first conversation?
I could never comment on something like that, but I will tell you, looking at this case, I certainly wish I had come in sooner as opposed to later. And unfortunately, this is the way it is. But he's got me now, and I'm certainly willing to give him everything I have, and hopefully we'll get the best result possible for him. That's the end game here: get the best result and not stop fighting. If you know anything about my past representations, it is a marathon, but we're constantly it's a constant barrage of going on the offensive, and that's no different than we plan on employing in this case. I have a great team that I'm working with, and I'm excited to get started and to work with this team, and we're excited to dig into this record and really point out things that perhaps weren't looked at previously.
Okay. Jose, we really appreciate having you on. We're going to follow this.
Sentencing is scheduled right now, February 28th.
Yep.
But we'll be waiting to see what you guys file for the appeal.
Thank you, Jose.
Thanks so much, gentlemen. Have a great day.
You too,
Talk
man.
to you soon.